Time for a look at your West Tennessee forecast with meteorologist Brian Davis.
Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome in on this Wednesday night. You know what I like about a Wednesday night is we're getting on the other side towards the weekend. It's just around the corner. But the only thing about it, this weekend is going to bring in the heat. It's in fact going to be like the grand finale as we head into Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you thought it was hot today, it's going to get much hotter, and you're going to see that here in just a moment. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at our numbers for today. Well, we topped out at the airport. Now, keep in mind, at the Jackson Airport, it typically will read a degree or two cooler because it's out in the middle of kind of a grassy rural area. So that's something I've noticed over the last, 11, 12 years. So typically, when you see the airport temperature, the surrounding areas in the city will be much warmer out there. But we topped out at 95. We had some 97s out there, too. We'll take a look. Started off morning low at 75. Normal high for this time of the year will be at 90, so 5 degrees above that normal. And we set a record high back in 2007, this day of history, at 102 degrees. So let's go ahead and take a look at those area weather cams. It's 88 still. Even at this hour, it's almost 90 degrees here in Memphis. And look at all those people getting home. I think that's the most traffic I've seen all week there in that camera shot in Memphis. We're at 82 right now in Savannah. It feels like 94 with that dew point. Check that dew point out. It is 81. So very high dew point, humidity at 94%. Even at UT Martin, 81 degree dew point, 81 degrees. It feels like just a degree under 90, 89 degrees. And we've got 81 right now in downtown Parsons. Winds are calm. Dew point 77, feels like 87 degrees out there right now. So let's go ahead and take a look at the area temperatures. Paris is now at 81. We've got 82 right now at Union City, 84 in Dyersburg. Ridgely, don't want to leave you guys out, coming in at 82. So anywhere out there is warm. I just came in from about 30 minutes ago, and it certainly felt a little bit better from the afternoon, but it still was very humid. In fact, my wife had made a comment about, wow, it is just so humid out here, and it is. And the thing about it, at 6 a.m. in the morning, it's going to feel very much like that as well as the school buses roll out. We got Selmer right now still at 82 degrees. We got a whopping 84 right now in Covington and Jackson at this time, coming in at 81 degrees. But check this out, folks. Here is our heat index for tomorrow. We're going to be up around 110 when you combine the dew points and the temperature combined. There at about 3, 4, 5 in the evening there, about 110 is what it's going to feel like. How about Memphis? 111 degrees, 111, even in our northern counties, Dresden and Trenton coming in at 113 possible on our heat index tomorrow. That's pretty serious. So if you do have to do something outside, take those breaks. Make sure you get plenty of clear liquids, things of that nature. Now, looking at our radar, we do have some stronger showers and thunderstorms that are moving in out of South Kentucky. So far, a lot of the storms that we were looking at possible earlier in the evening, although they got very close, a lot of those died down before they got into West Tennessee. But we're watching these storms right now. You can see some of those trying to hold together. They got some lightning packed in them. And, some of those could get down into Weakley and Henry County here over the next couple of hours. But we do have a severe weather outlook for a good chunk of West Tennessee. That includes most of the eastern half of the counties involved there. And so we'll have to kind of babysit these storms as they continue moving off to the southeast. The greatest risk of getting a storm or a severe storm tonight would be like parts of Henry County, eastern portions of Carroll, and like Benton and northern Decatur County. That's where we got the greatest odds. Now, keep in mind that the overall threat is low. It's a 1 out of 5. So it's not a major threat. We're not anticipating a bunch of severe storms. We're not anticipating storms all night long. It's just mainly going to be from about now through about midnight. We'll need to watch these storms, and they have been weakening. We just want to make sure that they continue to do so. But you can see a lot more active up here in southwest Kentucky. We've had some lightning there up around just north of Mayfield as a couple of, very localized storms are moving off to the southeast there at about 45 miles per hour. So they are on the move, and it wouldn't take but about another hour from now. That would be around, a little bit after 11 o'clock or so. These storms will be very close to northern parts of Henry County. We've also had some storms over near northwest Alabama tonight, packing a ton of lightning in around Muscle Shoals and Florence. That's just about an hour southeast of Savannah here in the viewing area, just outside of our viewing area, but those have moved out of Lawrence County into northwest Alabama, and we're able to see some of that lightning all the way here from Jackson and Medina. That is a very tall thunderstorm, and so therefore you can see the lightning flashes, a good hour and a half, 2 hours away in some of these storms. Also looking to the north, we've got 45,000 foot tops on those storms, so you can see that lightning for a very long distance as well. All right, let's move along, and we'll take a look here at our surface map. A heat wave is underway for the entire region, the south central United States, the southeast and the mid-south, and parts of the southern Ohio Valley, all taking place into a heat wave. A heat wave that is an extended time of dangerous heat. We've already had a couple of days of it, and it's only going to get worse as we head into tomorrow, and especially heading into the weekend. All right, let's go ahead and move forward. Let's take a look at that severe weather outlook. Notice it is on the low level, the green, that's the 1 out of 5 marginal. Let's zoom in. You can see a good portion of West Tennessee, and they keep expanding it further south and west as the day has gone on. So if you're inside that green shaded area, that would include you, Jackson, Dyersburg, Union City, Troy, Dresden, Paris, Camden, Huntington, and Parsons, and Lexington. All right, I did all of that out of memory. Hey, I'm I'm pretty good at these cities. I'm getting pretty good on my memory there. All right, well, and that's a miracle, because the heat will literally affect your mind. I've been out in the heat some, and it is really bad to, affect your memory at times too. So just be careful, take those breaks, and, drink those clear liquids if you have to be out. So let's take a look at Futurecast, and you can see there it is showing some of those storms working down into about Paris and Camden. We'll let this replay. So here we go. You can see the storms kind of sweeping down tonight into parts of Henry and Benton County. So we'll be watching that. I think the timing is a little bit off there. It's trying to slow it down and keep it here all night. No, these will do their thing here between now and midnight, and then they'll be out of the area. So we'll watch those. Of course, anything gets severe, we're gonna be back on with you, and we'll track those storms and give you a good heads up. Also, the warnings, they'll show up in the bottom of the screen with the county that is affected. But it's a high pressure heat dome. It is really strengthening over us. And look at these overnight lows tonight. Here's our hourly, hour by hour forecast. You can see even at like 2 a.m., we're still at 79 degrees. At 6 a.m., as the school buses roll out, friends, it's going to be 77 degrees. It's going to be very humid, very warm as the buses roll out in the morning. It'll be a mix of clouds and sunshine, bright sunny skies in the afternoon. We're still looking at a slight chance of a pop-up thunderstorm. Most areas won't deal with rain over the next several days, but there is that chance that we could see 1 or 2 little storms briefly in the heat of the day. Very typical for this time of the year. Look at this, 97 for the high temperature tomorrow afternoon. Again, that heat index is high, is about 110 degrees in the Jackson, Medina area. And as you saw on the heat index map, some of you as high as about 113. That gets very dangerous. Here's our model blend of highs. Notice 97 tomorrow, 98 on Friday. We're going the wrong direction, folks. Now we're talking about 99 on Saturday, 101 actual degrees on the thermometer as we go into Sunday afternoon. And at the very latest, model blend of highs, we're leaning towards about 100 degrees on Monday, 97 on Tuesday. Yes, it starts to drop back down, but it's not looking as good as I had hoped. We're still going to be 97 for the high, even into Wednesday. And we're going to probably go at this for about a good week and a half, 2 weeks, before we're seeing signs that we would start to try to cool down. So let's go ahead and take a look at our weekend forecast. All eyes are on the weekend. And I will be agreeing, I will be bumping that Sunday high up to 101 because it's been very consistent between about 4 o'clock this afternoon and right now. So I've still got my number of 100. I will be going 101 on Sunday, and very consistently, I haven't been able to have to change this at all. We're still looking at 99 there on Saturday. So that's going to be the the peak of the heat as we go into the weekend. That's when it's going to be the worst. So here we go. 7-day forecast. Upper 90s tomorrow and Friday, 99 on Saturday, 101 on Sunday. Again, I've got blazing sunshine on those days because most of the day will be under blazing sunshine. But just keep in mind, there is going to be that slight chance of a thunderstorm at any given part, any day, any of these days in here. But again, about 99% of you will not get rain. Now, we do start to drop back down into next week, but not much. We're still upper 90s. So it's going to be a while, folks. All right, take plenty of breaks, drink those clear liquids, stay out of the heat during the hottest part of the day. If you got lawn work, try to do it in the earlier morning or the very late evening hours, and check on your neighbors. Remember the pets, remember the kids, back seat, that kind of thing, and take care of each other. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for your 10 o'clock broadcast weather update. We appreciate you always for watching us here at West Tennessee Weather Channel. Stay cool, stay dry, and we'll see you next go round.
We are West Tennessee Weather Channel.